Hello friends, my name is RagePanda1 and I have some interesting ideas for changing Valley of Conquerors in ways that might be of benefit to us all. And my first idea is a slight combination of ideas, which is to put a cap on the total might that you are allowed to have across all three of your teams, and at the same time introduce a one-day cooldown on changing those teams. So when they do that, you would get a snapshot of the characters that you've made. Even if you go and change them elsewhere, which I think you still should be able to do, they will stay the same in that Valley of Conquerors until you change them after your one-day cooldown. That would prevent people from doing the scumbag move of switching all of their best guys to just be team number 2 and then team number 3, and it's like they had 3 teams of their best guys. I don't like that. I think it's pretty cheesy and it's not intended. The developers have said it's not intended. So it would fix that, and it would also fix the people who are investing a ton of stuff into their might after they get into Valley of Conquerors, which maybe I'm just salty about because I can't always do it. I'm trying to keep up on making videos, so my resources go out the window almost as soon as I get them. Maybe I'll just have to suck that one up, but it's just an idea. Number 2, when we have our little bread stores here, I don't know about you, but I run into this all the time where I put guys into these bread silos and then I never retrieve the bread. Either by the time I come back and can play again, they're already taken out, or the silo is across the map where none of my characters actually are, and then I just forget that it's there, and eventually we lose it and I never get the bread. All I think they need to do here is just mail you the bread that you have accrued when it gets taken over. It's fine. Like, I think that would be fine, right? I can't personally babysit Valley of Conquerors every 5 minutes, as I'm sure most of you can't either. So it's a little annoying that there's a thing where I'm losing literal resources for my account just because I wasn't able to come back and check the game every couple minutes. Speaking of having to come back every 5 minutes, I think that the energy regeneration rate is actually too fast. I like Valley of Conquerors, I like the strategy involved, I like playing it, but I am able to get on and spend all of my stuff twice a day, and that's it. And it's another thing where I can't come back and be babysitting this all the time, and I constantly come back and have maximum energy. I think it's a reasonable request for us to come back into the game and play Valley of Conquerors and use all of our points twice a day. I don't think there's very many people that want to do it more often than that. So I think that would be maybe a better system. Maybe every 12 hours you've got a full bar and you come back and you can spend your whole bar, or if you want to be more strategic, you could do minor moves here and there throughout the day. That's just my 2 cents. Also, when we're looking at our city screen, they put a little red dot for Valley of Conquerors all the time for no reason. Like, if my dudes lost a battle, they'll put a red dot, or if I have a quest to claim, they'll put a red dot. Nobody cares about any of that. All we care about is my energy bar full? If my energy bar is full, I want the red dot, because then I know that I need to go and take care of that, and that's important. I think that those red dots should be reserved for that important information, like it is with the Senate. If I'm absolutely full and I can't accrue any more Senate orders, then I get a red dot. I just want it to be the same thing here. And then finally, and this is probably the most annoying thing for me personally, when you attack one of these places that has more than one team at the place, it gives you a dialogue window that you have to click within 10 seconds or it kicks you out and puts the place on lockdown. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't watch every single battle that's going on. I am usually doing my casual Valley of Conquerors stuff while I'm hanging out with my family, while we're watching a commercial or some garbage like that. So I'm not necessarily paying full attention to my screen, and then I'll get occasionally kicked out of one of these battles that I could easily win. And not only do I not get to win then, and I wasted 30 points of my energy to get there, but it also puts the place on lockdown and I can't attack it again. And I think that is garbage. The default should be that it will attack again, and you have 10 seconds to opt out of attacking. They really need to change that one. That one needs to be changed like right stat now, because that sucks. Every time that happens to me, I am just so upset, and I don't want to play Valley of Conquerors anymore, because honestly, whenever it happens, I'm in a mood where I didn't want to play Valley of Conquerors in the first place, but I had to. And so that's why I'm not paying attention to my screen. And then I get screwed by my own greed and avarice. So obviously a couple of those ideas are a little less realistic than others, but you know what? This is what I call a brainstorming session. And I'll invite you to share your opinions on Valley of Conquerors and the changes that may need to happen or that you would just like to see. Of course, I have thoughts for changes all around the game, and if you're interested in hearing more about those, then you'll have to let me know that you enjoyed this video by putting a like down below. I'm not going to base it on any number goals or anything like that, even though YouTube tells you that people like number goals. I just don't feel really super cool about myself when I'm like, hey guys, let's make it 50,000 likes on a video, and then I'll do a thing you want. I would rather just make what I want, but I hope you like it. So there you have it, some random thoughts that I was having while I was playing my Valley of Conquerors, and also an adorable little wolf baby. Look at this thing. Where does this thing get off being so friggin' cute? The most adorable little warrior. And he's got his little claws out, which, if you're wondering why they creep you out a little bit, it's because there's only 4 fingers, and on Earth there's a thing called pentadactyly, which means that everything, including horse hooves and whale fins, is structured to have 5 phalanges. So when something has less fingers than that, outside of just being an accident, it's uncomfortable for our human brains, because we're so used to things that are structured that way. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching the video. I have been RagePanda1, and I will see you in the next one.